See, this is why I never make videos talking to the camera, because I never know how to start them. Is there anything you want to say to start? Any intro you have? Any words of wisdom?
Okay. Royal Rumble 2018.
I'm Isaiah. This is
Tyler.
We are another wrestling channel, AWC. What's interesting about this is I've been watching wrestling all my life. He has not.
I started out in the early 2000s, but then I stopped. I fell off. It wasn't what I was into until now I had the common decency to understand stories.
The common decency? You have the common decency to understand why it's so interesting to see big sweaty men rolling around in a squared circle together.
So technically I'm coming into this very new, and I don't really know what's going on and a lot of the storylines, so I'm just going based it off what I see and what I like.
This is how new he is. He unironically enjoys Roman Reigns. So wait, you don't know about the history with Roman and Rumbles, do you?
No.
Alright, so before we get into predictions, I'm just gonna give you a little history lesson. Ready? So it actually started back when he was in the Shield. I'd say that was the 2014 Royal Rumble, right?
Sure.
People actually liked him because he was a part of the Shield. And he almost won, but then Batista ended up winning in the end, right?
Sure.
Fast forward a year later to the 2015 Royal Rumble in Philadelphia. Everybody fucking hates him at this point. Nobody likes Roman Reigns. And, of course, everybody wanted Daniel Bryan to win, but, of course, Roman goddamn Reigns won. And they even tried to bring out The Rock as, like, a safety net because everybody was just booing the shit out of Roman Reigns. But then they just booed The Rock, too. And The Rock has, like, this look on his face where he's so confused as to what the sound of booing is. Because obviously it's The Rock. He's always been cheered, so he's like, booze. What is this booze? I am Dwayne. Do you know who I am?
You haven't seen The Rock bottom.
Roman Reigns won the 2015 Royal Rumble, unfortunately. So then, a year later, everybody still hated him, except this time it was worse because he was WWE Champion. Because they were doing this thing where they were trying to stack the deck against Roman just for him to overcome it, they had him defend his WWE title in the Royal Rumble match. Triple H ended up coming in and winning it, which was kind of weird, but yeah, Triple H won the title in 2016 for some reason. And then a year later at the 2017 Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns wasn't even in the Royal Rumble match originally. He was in the Universal title match, so everybody was like, yes, Roman can't come in, ruin this Rumble. But then what happens? He comes in at number 30 just because he's Roman Reigns.
Well, damn.
So this year,
you could just say he was just roaming around until he found a win. So basically, these are our predictions for the 2018 Royal Rumble.
These are our predictions for the 2018 Royal Rumble, AWC, another wrestling channel. Here we go.
So our first match is by Kalisto.
Well,
Kalisto.
Let's see where you try
Kalisto
to pronounce these names.
Durando. And versus TJP.
Need some help there?
Yes.
Okay. Kalisto, Lince Dorado, Grand Metalik versus TJ Gallagher, TJP, Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak. Who you got and why?
Kalisto.
Kalisto.
Honestly, I don't know a lot about these people. Not even reference from name or anything, so I'm just going with a
Yeah, because who gives a shit about 205 Live, right? Alright, so I'm going with, Kalisto, Lince, and Grand Metalik. They're the fucking faces, and it doesn't matter. Faces always win when it doesn't matter. Next we have the club / Balor Club / the bald dudes who look like Stone Cold, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus The Revival. Who do you have and why?
I'm going with The Revival, specifically because of the name.
So I'm going with the club / Balor Club because one, they're teamed up with Finn Balor now. And two, after seeing the depressing burial of The Revival on Raw 25, after seeing what happens, I honestly don't think WWE has any faith in them to do anything for some reason, because they're amazing. But apparently Vince is mad at them for getting injured. So you have Revival, I have Club. Next is apparently United States Open Challenge, which I didn't know what was happening. Bobby Roode versus whoever decides to answer it. Who do you have and why?
Bobby Roode. Same reason as before. I don't really know a lot about their history, so I'm going with the first thing I know, Bobby Roode.
Yeah, Bobby Roode, because it's on the kickoff show, and if Bobby Roode loses his United States Championship on the freaking pre-show, that'd be almost as depressing as Roman winning the Rumble this year, which could happen, but we'll get to that later. Next, it's a SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. The Usos versus American Alpha 2.0, a.k.a. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
I'm going with the Usos.
I'm going with Gable and Benjamin because one of the Usos recently got arrested for the DUI. So I think that WWE is going to try to punish them a little bit, because when Roman Reigns got suspended for apparently taking Adderall, he ended up losing to Finn Balor, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but considering it's Roman Reigns, if Golden Boy Reigns can get punished for something, so can his cousins, the Usos. So I think that because of the DUI, they're going to give the Usos a little slap on the wrist, take the title off them.
I'm not liking how I'm faring so far. Next match is Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan versus The Bar. Who's your pick for this match?
I'm picking The Bar because it's The Bar. And I think that Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan are going to end up fighting each other at WrestleMania. Because, my boy Dean Ambrose won't be back in time to face Seth himself. So, it's probably going to be The Bar. That and Cesaro is just... take that as you will.
Honestly, I'm going with Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan.
Why?
Specifically because in the rule of WWE, that The Bar deserves a rematch. But again, in that same rule, since they're the newbies coming out with these titles and they've already beaten The Bar or at least 2 previous times.
Did you call Seth Rollins a newbie?
No.
Seth Rollins is... Yes, you said these newbies with these titles.
Whoops.
Like Seth Rollins hasn't been around for years.
I mean like in the sense that like
they're a new tag team?
Yeah. So, them coming
that's
up...
why they're probably going to lose, because they're probably going to end up fighting, because... Seth Rollins is Seth Rollins, and Jason Jordan is a bitch.
Yeah, but think about it. Like the story where it can be taken, since they're a new tag team and they're freshly new, they still have like their infighting, so they can still be brought up. Just like how the Bar kept fighting each other. Okay. So like Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan can find like in each other to finally team up to beat the Bar. So I feel like in standards of like what a story would be, they would definitely come up. And that would make for and think about it, in like future matches that would become like a bomb. Like, I'm not a fan of Jason Jordan, but like just thinking of like the possibilities.
Anybody a fan of Jason Jordan?
But think about the possibilities of what could happen if they do continue to keep their champion belt. You know what I'm saying?
Their champion belt.
Belts.
I've never heard that. Champion belt. So next is the WWE Championship match. AJ Styles, who's holding a singles title, versus the team of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a handicap match for a singles title.
I'm going with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Really?
Yep. Because I would love to see a storyline on which they both betray each other with that belt, being co-champions, and then they'll just end up infighting, and somebody's ultimately going to come out on top. But I can think that those is going to become a very great show in the future, just with them two constantly fighting each other just for this one belt.
Next, we have Universal Championship Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman versus Kane.
As a joke candidate, I would say Kane, but in all forms of realness...
Yeah, Kane. Freaking Kane is going to win the Universal title from Brock Lesnar.
But my choice is going with Brock Lesnar.
Kane's just there to eat a pin. Brock's going to win.
When will Kane be great again?
Never.
So next match is the Women's Royal Rumble. Who's your pick?
Asuka. Hands down.
Asuka.
Even though it seems obvious and people are saying it's too obvious, I gotta go with Asuka.
Honestly, every time she enters the ring, it's always a great time. The match is great, and she has such a great energy. I honestly think, like, even if there's not, like, 30 people on the roster for Raw and SmackDown in the first place.
The only thing I'm not excited for with this match, though, is... I don't think you heard about this, but Stephanie McMahon's going to be on commentary.
I kind of want to hear that.
Oh, my... Yeah, he's a new fan. He doesn't know about all... He hasn't sat through the many... painful months of Authority promos between the years 2013 to 2015. He didn't go through that, so he doesn't know. Like, in his mind, Stephanie McMahon is just Vince McMahon's daughter, and Triple H is just the guy with the sledgehammer.
No, Triple H will always be the guy that broke into...
he broke into Randy Orton's house and just beat the shit out of him in front of his wife.
That will always be my Triple H.
That'll be your Triple H, the long-haired, the game.
But now...
The guy who points to his dick and tells everybody to suck it.
But now, the main event. Who's your pick for 2018's Royal Rumble?
I'm trying to decide whether or not I should go with my heart or my head. Because my heart wants it to be Shinsuke Nakamura, just so I could see Nakamura versus AJ hopefully at Mania for the title. But my head is saying, God damn Roman Reigns. Think about it. Let me go back to 2015, when he won his first Rumble. Ready? He won the Rumble in Philadelphia, and then he went on to Fastlane, the pay-per-view in between WrestleMania and Royal Rumble, and put his #1 contendership on the line against Daniel Bryan and beat him. Just because, you gotta make Reigns look strong going into Mania. And then he went into WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar, and he was supposed to win until Vince McMahon realized how shit everyone thought Roman was.
Yeah, that
and then
match...
they just copped out and threw Seth Rollins in there. Fast forward to now, Roman Reigns just lost his IC title. I think he's gonna go into Philadelphia again, win the Rumble, and everybody's saying, no, it'll be a SmackDown guy, because Raw has Elimination Chamber. But listen, he went into Fastlane, put his number one contendership on the line, just so he could win and look strong. Are you really telling me Vince McMahon won't have Roman Reigns win the Rumble, put his number one contendership on the line against 5 guys in Elimination Chamber, just so he could win and look strong? That is such a WWE thing to do. My pick is Roman Reigns, even though I don't want it to be, and I am going to kill myself if it is.
Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
Yeah, why? Tell them why you're picking Roman.
I'm such a new person that so far, like, I've only recently started watching WWE again in, like, the last, like, half a year before the year ended. And all I've really liked to watch is I've honestly liked to see every single time Roman Reigns gets in the match. Every single time. It's always a good fight for me. Honestly, I'll admit, he doesn't have much of a character. He's just the strong guy that walks in and apparently beats everybody. But I don't know what it is. It's like it's inside me that I just love watching the strong guy just defeat everybody for some reason. I just like it. It's something that I can get behind.
You're not just part of the problem, you are the problem. I gotta say, I was liking Roman Reigns as of late when he was doing that IC title run, but that was mostly because, I didn't think he'd be winning the Rumble.
Those were our predictions.
Yes, and I'm upset now, because Roman fucking Reigns is gonna win the Rumble again.
It's gonna be a great match.
What's our punishment? The loser has to wear, like, a Rey Mysterio mask or some kind of luchador mask in public for the whole day.
For the whole day?
For the whole day. I'm Isaiah.
I'm Tyler.
And we are yet another
wrestling channel.
Because as if there's not so many of those things already.
I'm
the
excited.
world just needed one more.
I'm excited for what our future video endeavors will be.
Because you're finally getting back into wrestling.
Love it. Love it.
Do you ever think you would?
Yeah, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it's like I love watching TV shows so much to the point where I just kind of like fall off eventually. But now that I
come back.
Yeah, come back and
venture your way.
I'm like the kid that dropped out of high school and then went back in his 20s.
Be sure to subscribe, share. I don't know what else you do. With the YouTube video.
Like, subscribe. Check out our Facebook channel.
Our Facebook channel.
Our Facebook.
We have that. Check out my main channel. He's on it sometimes too. YouTube.com/IsaiahTV. Subscribe there.
Check out my channel. Check out my channel, Incast. Still no videos up. Future will come out this year. 2018 is the year for videos. Check us out. Like, comment, subscribe. Shut the fuck up. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoy our content. It's gonna be a great year.
Yeah, that's it, right? We're done talking to these fucking goddamn wrestling fans.